The Mask of Masculinity by Lewis Howes. Hi, I'm Angel. I just wanted to give you a quick review of this. I've been a fan of Lewis Howes for several years now, enjoying his podcast. The School of Greatness has brought me many great, inspiring talks, and so I finally bought his book as a gift to give to my son for his 24th birthday, and I'm looking forward to giving it to him today. So I did a quick read of it. I'm pretty familiar with the content because I've listened to Lewis for so long, but I just wanted to share with you kind of some of the masks that he covers and just tell you overall, I think it's really well written. I like the voice. It's well produced. I will say, just as a quick criticism, that since my eyes are going, that this is actually harder to read with the white pages. It's a hardback, and it's just a little bit harder to read than his. I think it's self-published, The School of Greatness, which is on more cream paper with larger print. As a self-publisher myself, as just a little side note to technicality that I'm noting. Any case, the masks that Lewis covers are the Stoic mask, the Athlete mask, the Material mask, the Sexual mask, the Aggressive mask, the Joker mask, the Invincible mask, the Know-It-All mask, and the Alpha mask. And I think these really do a good job of covering kind of all the masks that men in our society tend to wear usually unconsciously, maybe even sometimes consciously, to their own detriment in many cases. It's not that all of those don't have their place, they certainly do, but I think using them unconsciously as masks to cover up your emotions, or as instruments of deflection in your relationships can really just stunt your growth as a human being and your relationships with other human beings. So I'm looking forward to giving this to my son for his birthday. I don't know whether he'll read it because he's 24 and it's a different generation for reading, but I'm hoping that just by the gesture of me giving it to him, and that maybe he'll at least flip through it. Maybe he'll read it, and that'd be awesome. But I think even just introducing the idea, and I guess this is why I'm introducing the idea on my channel, is a hi, hello. We all are wearing masks a lot of the time, and a lot of our struggles are due to our miscommunications between those masks and our lack of awareness, our unconsciousness when it comes to the masks that we're wearing. So men and women, of course. I think this is really well written and might speak to a young man like my son, or an older man like my last lover, just because I think there's something about man to man talking that's important, just like woman to woman talking is important, or communication or sharing. So I really appreciate Lewis's perspective as a man who's both successful and shown his vulnerability, and willing to, be an evolving out loud human being. I really think that's awesome. I hope more men and women take the leap into being a more authentic, open-minded human being and willing to look at our own masks and look at how we can create healthier, happier, juicier relationships with ourselves and with each other. That's what I got to say about that. If you have read this book, you want to add anything in the comments, please do. I know that's not really a summary at all. It's just a quick kind of review. I give it 2 thumbs up. I'm going to be buying the audiobook and listening to it as well. I really did just give it a quick read. I'm a pretty fast reader. And like I mentioned, I'm hoping that by giving it to my young son that he will be sparked to read it, or at least just kind of think about the ideas in it of the masks that being a man kind of, I was going to say requires, but the masks that a young man might not consciously but unconsciously think need to be worn in our society. But being a healthy, happy, whole human being means becoming aware of the masks, using them as we want, but also not using them as, escape methods. And As always, you can find ways to support me in the description. I got some of my own books. I've got a course that should be available by now in there. Some music, some art, some photography. Website where you can hire me. So check it out. Check out Lewis's book, The Mask of Masculinity. I do recommend it. Check out Lewis's podcast as well if you haven't already. School Greatness. And as always, until next time, I wish you love, lightheartedness, laughter, peaceful conflict resolution, productive confrontations. Don't forget to play every day.